Hello and blessings, beautiful Coven of the Witch Weaver. So it is an afternoon and I have been flat out all day, and I just wanted to jump in here really quickly because I've just put together a few little resources as far as links go to links, websites, just little free spots on the internet that may help you to organize your witchy planner. Now, I myself have received my Hobonichis, thank goodness, and I've also ordered myself today a family planner, which I usually get from K because they're quite large and there's like a huge section there for my whole family plus my father, and I think that that's great. And I got a refill for this K here, which is one of the planners. I wasn't actually intending on utilizing this particular planner, but I decided, what the heck, it's been so good and so fun to use, and I have been putting it to regular use, so I figure let's do that at least, right? So I wanted to put that little list of resources, but what's happened is that I find it really difficult to find things in other countries. So I've done my best to try and locate links that look okay to me, that look good to me. But if you are in that particular area, that particular region, be that UK or the US or some beautiful part of Europe or Africa or Central America or South America or Asia or somewhere in that vicinity, then you yourself will no doubt have some little, locations on the web that you go to get some astrological information, some timing information, some Sabbath information, and other bits and pieces like that. So what I have done is I've put together a very, very simple list, and I would like for you to contribute to that list as much as possible. And if we can in the end sort of consolidate that and put it into a document for our Facebook page, could say page then, our Facebook page, then I think that would be really helpful for all coming years. And so if you do have some really great links, I know that I've got the best that I could find, and I've got to tell you that these days I'm much more into speaking to other people than really researching on the web all of these little nitty-gritties. I go directly to professionals and speak to them, or I talk to their websites, and by talk I mean I comb through their websites in that regard. But I've kept it pretty simple. I've got Spheres of Light, which is very relevant to us here in Australia, or at least the Southern Hemisphere. And Spheres of Light have all of the exact Sabbath dates, but I've tried to get as many resources for as many parts of the world as I could. It was not easy. It was not easy, and it's a very, very simple list. It's very humble, but I hope that it gives you a good jumping off point as to sort of what direction I'm sort of, encouraging you into, because it's really great to, before the new year begins, to sort of get in there and start to lay out a few things, so that when the new year begins, you can just start to really pen in things on the appropriate dates, put in thoughts, feelings, do some journaling, do that kind of good stuff. I used to be of the opinion that, come the 1st of January, I would sit down and do a plan. But to be perfectly honest, I'm genuinely always hungover on the 1st of January. With the exception of last year, actually. But I usually am. I have a big party. I ring in the new year with so much enthusiasm that I do my head in, and then I don't want to sit there and do that kind of planning. So I like to prepare my planners before the year begins. And a lot of the stuff that I do now is I do a lot of scheduling for myself, for my social media stuff as well, especially here on Patreon and YouTube. And I try to schedule for a few weeks in advance. And I can't do that because I'm at the end of this little thing. They start in January. They've got a page in January. So I'm bleeding into January already, but I need to be able to be scheduling this stuff like now. So it's all very, very exciting, this closing down of the new year, and it's also very, very hectic. So I wanted to offer you a message of love, if I may. Don't put pressure on yourself at this time of the year. It's very emotive. We're like little ticking bombs individually, little ticking witch bombs. And I myself have found people getting overtly angsty despite having no external stresses per se, but it's just the culminative energy of the end of the year. Everything's coming to a close. We may be feeling all sorts of emotions. Some are feeling that emotion of failure. They didn't achieve what they wanted to this year. Broken, what do they call it, resolutions, never got realized, all that kind of stuff. And then there are those that are just like, I cannot wait for this year to be over. And so it's really like a mix of emotions. And then if you're anything like me, I'm just like, woohoo, new year, I love it. I had a great year this year. It's been stressful, yes, challenging, yes, all the things, but I still really enjoyed my year. And no matter what happens to me throughout the year, I always enjoy my years, and I always want to end the year on a good note and one of gratitude for all the lessons that I've learned, all the people that I've met, all the friends that I've made, all the opportunities that have come my way, all the times that my children have hugged me and said, I love you, all the times that I got to spend with the people that I absolutely cherish. I just, you know, I really like to be in a really grateful mindset, and it helps to sort of push away any negativity that may be coming in my direction. So just a few little tips for you there in that regard. Or it's not even a tip, it's just a message of love and support, really. It's not a tip at all. So that's about it. And again, like I said, just have a look at the resources. They're scarce. There's few of them, but they're not like super comprehensive, because it is really hard to find enough credible resources on the internet that cater to all peoples in all parts of the world. So I need your help on this one, folks. So I've done what I can, and you can fill in the gaps if you have the correct information. I don't want you, you know, staying up at night looking for this information. That's not what I'm asking. I'm just saying, if you have a link that you always use, a website that you're always referring to that you believe would be a fantastic resource for planning, for adding details into your witchy planner, then put it in to the comment section or post it up on the Facebook page. So there you have it, beautiful souls. Thanks for hanging out with me, and mwah, see ya!